and welcome to this short little half-hour class, which I have recorded for anyone who missed the actual class to pop on in and join in. Just set my timer because we will be cut off at around about 35 minutes. So begin by sitting in Vajrasana. So sitting back on your heels, relax your shoulders, close your eyes down. If you need some support under your hips, you may take a folded blanket, a towel, or even a cushion, place it under your heels and rest back down onto the support. Closing your eyes down and bring your focus to the flow of your breath. Letting go of any thoughts of the day and become aware only of the space that your body is occupying on the mat. Begin to notice the quality of your breath. Is it smooth, even, deep and slow? Perhaps it's a little fast, maybe a little jerky. Without trying to change it, simply observe. Keep your focus on the flow of the breath. You'll find that after a time, it will slow down and become smooth, even and flowing. Just relax and allow your breath to flow without forcing anything. As you turn your attention away from the outside world and bring your focus inward. Feel the flow of your smooth, even, deep breath. With no pause in your breath, no jerks in your breath. Now begin to become aware of the area just below the ribs. So the stomach and the navel area round to the side and the back of the lower rib cage. Notice as you inhale, this area expands. And as you exhale, it gently contracts. Observe this expansion and contraction with the gentle flow of your breath. Call this diaphragmatic breathing. Keep observing that expansion and contraction. And notice which muscles are moving as you inhale and exhale. This way you can learn to breathe in the correct way, diaphragmatically. And try to breathe in this way throughout the entire class, and eventually taking this off the mat and into your entire day. Especially in these times where people's anxiety levels and stress levels are rising for many different reasons, which I don't need to go into. We need to place a whole lot more focus on the flow of the breath and calm the nervous system with the diaphragmatic breathing. So we'll begin our flow session now. So remove the blanket from behind and then bring yourself to the back of the mat and again come into Vajrasana. We're going to do our flowing movements from here. This is more of a floor-based flow or sun salutation. So as you begin to inhale, rise up on the knees, bring the arms over the head. As you exhale, moving into child's pose. So bring your hands down to the floor. Doesn't matter if your forehead doesn't reach the floor. So stretch your arms forward, stretch your hands forward. And as you begin your next inhale, start to move your body forward, coming down onto your stomach and your chest and coming into cobra. As you exhale, rising up to tabletop. So just walk your hands back a little so that they are underneath the shoulders. Knees are under hips as we come into some cat-cow stretches. So lowering the head, lowering the tailbone. And as you inhale, opening through the spine, through the chest, sorry. Exhale, round through the spine, draw the belly button up towards the spine. As you inhale, extend the spine, open through the chest. And one more round here. Exhale, rounding through the back. Inhale, opening the chest. And then coming back to a neutral spine. Now tuck your toes and pressing up to downward dog. So walking your dog here. You don't need to have your heels anywhere near the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to and start to warm up through the legs. And then bring your legs and your feet to still. See if you can maybe move your heels a little closer to the floor. As you begin to inhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes, come back to Vajrasana, sitting back on your heels. 2 breaths here. And as you inhale, rising up onto your knees, arms come over the head. As you exhale, start to move your body forward, hands come to the floor into child's pose. Let your hips sink down, let your head and shoulders sink down. And as you inhale, start to move the body forward and come into cobra. Keeping the elbows close by the sides. As you exhale, lower and press yourself back to tabletop. Taking a couple of rounds, 3 rounds of the cat-cow stretch here. So following your natural breath, exhaling as you draw the belly button towards the spine, squeeze the last of the air out. And inhale, opening the chest, taking a nice deep inhale. 2 more rounds here, following your natural breath. Moving slowly and smoothly with your slow, smooth, even breath. Finishing on the inhale, and then come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, downward dog. So you can choose to walk your heels up and down again, or you can hold here in downward dog. Fingers are spread wide. And breathe. 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths. With each exhalation, let go of any tension. And as you begin your next inhale, slowly lower your knees, untuck your toes, coming back to Vajrasana. 2 breaths here. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. As you begin your next inhale, rising up, arms come over the head, stretch the spine long. As you exhale, child's pose, slowly sinking the hips and the head down. As you inhale, moving to cobra. As you exhale, lower the body and press yourself up to tabletop. Inhale into the cow stretch. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, opening through the chest. Exhale, rounding through the back. Draw the belly button up to the spine. Inhale, last cut stretch. Exhale, rounding through the back. As you inhale, come back to a neutral spine. So now we're going to come into a low lunge to start with. So begin by stepping your right foot forward between your hands. You may like to let your left leg slide back a little. Pressing the fingertips into the floor. Allow your shoulders to relax. Let go of any unnecessary tension. Feel the hips sinking low. Allowing the breath to flow. Smooth, even flow of breath. And now on the inhale, start to bring your right leg back. Center yourself and take a breath here. And as you exhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands, dropping the hips down. Fingertips are connected to the mat. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw and the muscles of the neck. And allow your breath to flow as your hips sink down towards the floor. No force, no strain. Using your deep diaphragmatic breathing to relax into the posture. And as you begin your next inhale, start to move your leg back, coming back to tabletop. Tuck your toes and exhale into downward dog. Pressing the heels towards the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. Spread your fingers wide and draw your torso towards your thighs. So you have a nice straight line from the wrists all the way up to the tailbone. 3 deep, smooth, diaphragmatic breaths here. Allow the breath to flow. And then lower your knees down onto the mat. Release your toes. Come back to Vajrasana. Taking 2 breaths here. Center your mind. Center your mind on the flow of the breath. And when your next inhalation comes, rising up, bringing the arms over the head. As you exhale, child's pose, Balasana. Allow the hips and the head to sink slowly. And as you begin your inhale, sliding forward into Cobra, lifting the chest, elbows close to the sides. As you exhale, pressing up to tabletop. Just holding here in your tabletop for a moment. Just focusing on your straight spine and your head, neck and spine being in alignment. Having the weight spread evenly between both hands and both knees. Now tuck your toes and coming to downward dog. Now looking between your hands, step your left foot forward and bring your right foot to 45 degrees and lower your heel. We're going to rise up, turning your body towards the right and coming into warrior 2. So take a couple of breaths here. Visualize how you're going to move from this position up to warrior 2. And on your next inhalation, start to rise, turning to the right, turning your toes towards the long edge of the mat. Arms are parallel. Exhale, bending through the left knee. Lowering the hips down. Draw the arms apart and relax the shoulders. Now, if your neck is okay, you may like to look over the middle finger of the left arm. Allow your breath to flow. As you become steady and comfortable in the posture, relax your shoulders, relax your hips. Letting go of any effort that isn't required. Relax your jaw and your face. As you inhale, begin to straighten your left knee. Turn your body towards the left. Turn your back toes towards the front. And step back to downward dog. 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths here in your downward dog. As you begin your next inhale, look between your hands, step your right foot forward and bring your left foot to 45 degrees, placing the heel down on the floor, resting the fingertips on the floor, relax the shoulders. And again, visualize yourself lifting up, turning towards the left, rotating your left foot so that it is at 90 degrees to the right foot, and moving your body upwards. So we do this in the mind first. What happens in the body always begins first in the mind. And on your next inhalation, slowly starting to lift your body up. Turn your toes to face the front. Inhale your arms out to the sides. As you exhale, bending through the right knee. So keeping your torso upright so you're not leaning forward into the pose. Torso is perpendicular to the floor. Arms are nice and level, shoulders are relaxed, and draw the hands apart. Now, if your neck is okay, turn your head towards the right, look over your middle finger, and allow your breath to flow. 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths here. Feel your shoulders relaxing. Feel your shoulders and your hips sinking. And feel the expansion and contraction of the stomach and the navel area. And as you inhale, straightening your right knee, lower your arms, turn your left toes to the front. Hands come down either side of your right foot, stepping back to downward dog. Now you can either walk or jump your feet forward between your hands. So perhaps taking small steps, perhaps one jump, coming to forward fold. Bend your knees, rest your torso on your thighs, and allow your head and shoulders to drop low. 3 breaths here. Breathing into the side and the back ribs, feeling the expansion through the back body as the front body is a little bit constricted. Relax the head and the shoulders. And as you begin your next inhale, bend your knees a little more. Sweep your arms wide and coming up, bring your hands up over your head. Stretch your spine long. Exhale, arms come down by the sides. And now coming to Tadasana. So feet are parallel. Feel the contact of your feet with the ground. Draw your focus up from your feet, up through your legs, all the way to your tailbone. Now scan from the tailbone up through your spine, straightening your spine as you need to, and then roll your shoulders up, back, and exhale, relax your shoulders. Tuck your chin slightly in towards your throat and closing your eyes down. Observe any physical sensations in the body. Observe the flow of your breath. Observe your mind, noticing any thoughts that may be passing through your mind. Without judgment, simply letting go of those thoughts and turning your focus back to the breath. As you relax, relax, relax. In Tadasana. Think of Tadasana as standing Shavasana. Feel the contact of your feet with the ground. Allow your breath to flow. And now, opening your eyes as we make our way down onto the mat, we'll come into downward dog. We'll move into downward dog and down onto the floor. So inhale the arms over the head. Stretch the spine long. Exhale, forward bend. So you can have your knees straight or bent here, but not rounding the spine. The spine is straight. So as you inhale, lift and lengthen through the chest. And as you exhale, allow your shoulders and your head to sink down whilst keeping the spine straight. Now step your right foot and then your left foot back into downward dog. And move your body forward into plank. So either with your knees up or release your knees down onto the floor. And hold here for 3 breaths. Pressing into the fingertips and the heels of the hands. Relax your shoulders. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Now if your knees are up, lower your knees, lower your chest, and lower your chin down to the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. And then inhale and lower the chest and the stomach to the floor. Bring your chin to the floor and bring your arms by your sides. So moving your legs and your feet so they are together. Toes are joined, knees are joined, thighs are joined. And bring your hands together behind your back, interlocking your fingers. And as you begin to inhale, start to lift the chest and the shoulders off the mat, coming into a modified cobra pose. Feel your shoulder blades moving together. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. And feel your breath going down into the stomach area. So if you're still and not moving, it means you're not breathing. Riding that wave of the breath. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Just gently tuck your chin slightly in towards your throat. The top of your head is facing the sky. Allow your breath to flow. Keep your toes relaxed, but keep your legs and your feet together. As you exhale, slowly lower your upper body down. Release your arms so your arms are bent and bring your left or right cheek onto the mat. Let your heels drop out to the sides. Feel your body sinking down. Let go of any tension and allow your breath to flow. Now begin to roll slowly onto your back. And come into a supine twist pose. So bring your arms out to about shoulder height. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. Now lift up your right leg and cross your right knee over your left knee. Feel your spine aligned on the floor. Feel your shoulders relaxed on the floor. Tuck your chin slightly in towards your throat so that your neck is long. And as you begin to exhale, start to move your knees down to the left. Keeping both shoulders on the mat. If you need to adjust your shoulders a little, this is quite okay. You want both shoulders relaxed on the mat. If your knees don't come all the way to the floor and you have your folded blanket handy, just pop it under your legs there. And then if your neck is okay, you might like to turn your head in the opposite direction. Begin to relax into this posture. Letting go of any unnecessary tension. Relax your jaw. Relax the muscles of the face. Relax your shoulders. Feel the connection of your shoulders with the ground. Relax your arms and your hands. And now bring your focus to your breath. Noticing where your breath is going. As you breathe diaphragmatically, you may find this is a little more difficult on one side than the other. Simply observe what's happening in your body. No force, no strain. Allow the breath to flow, smooth, even and deep. Now, if your head is turned, slowly bring it back to the center. And as you inhale, start to lift your legs back up, uncross your legs, and realign your spine here on the mat so that your spine is straight and you feel your entire back body connected to the mat. So now bring your left knee over your right knee. And as you begin to exhale, lower your knees down to the right. And again, if you need to place a blanket underneath your knees, just pop that under the bottom leg, the right leg. Adjusting your shoulders as you need to so that your shoulders are both even on the mat. And then if your neck is okay, you can turn your head towards the left. And now bring your focus back to your breath. Deep diaphragmatic breath. Let go of any unnecessary tension. Let go of any holding in the jaw, the face muscles, the shoulders. Allow your breath to flow without a break, without any jerks. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Becoming aware of where the breath is moving to, which muscles are moving as you breathe. One more deep breath here. Your head is turned. Slowly move your head back to center. And on your next inhalation, when it comes, start to bring your knees back to the center. Release your left leg. And then again, realign your spine. Make sure your spine is straight. Feel your back body connected to the mat. And now draw your knees in towards your chest and wrap your arms around your knees. So taking hold of your forearms, your elbows, or bring your hands together, depending where your knees are. And relax your shoulders. Allow your knees to sink down towards your chest. Allow your breath to flow as you relax. Feel your body sinking down. Now release your hands and start to bring your feet up towards the sky. The knees are pressing down, and either take hold of your thighs just behind the knees or take hold of the outsides of the feet. And draw the knees down in towards the armpits in happy baby pose, keeping your entire spine grounded. So try not to lift your hips or roll your pelvis up. Feel your entire spine connected to the mat. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Feel the expansion and contraction through the stomach and the navel area. Now releasing your hands, bring your hands down to the floor, bring your feet down to the floor. So feet, heels are fairly close to the buttocks, with them feet hip distance apart. I'm going to roll up into bridge pose. So this is an inversion. And at some point soon, the recording is going, or the timer is going to finish because I only have 40 minutes here. So holding in your bridge pose for a few breaths, and when you're ready to lower down, on the exhale, slowly lower down. So doing all this in your mind at the moment, I just want to give you the instructions so that you don't just drop off and left dangling. And then when you've finished your bridge pose, coming into Shavasana. And if you have the email with the link for the tension and relaxation practice, you can click on that in your email and begin your relaxation process. So beginning with the next inhalation, start to press into your feet, roll your pelvis and peel your spine off the floor. Tuck your chin slightly in towards your throat. And now keep your neck and your head absolutely still. If you wish, you can tuck your shoulders underneath, interlock your hands, and have your arms stretched along the floor. Now bring your focus to the flow of the breath. If your eyes are open, you can see the rise and fall of the stomach and the navel area with the gentle rhythm of your breath. Now release your arms if you're still with me. Release your shoulders, and on the exhale, slowly lower upper back, middle back, lower back, tailbone touching down last. And then bring your legs out along the floor. The legs are a little bit wide, let your toes drop out to the sides, and then roll your your arms outwards so that your palms are facing up. And make yourself comfortable for your Shavasana, although you will have to click on the next link for this. And the next class I will have unlimited Zoom, providing everything has gone well here. Relax, relax, relax.